Customers clearly prefer two-tone color schemes over single-tone options. VW offers 8 two-tone combinations, including Cabana Blue, Candy White, and Cherry Red Metro Silver. Due to limited two-tone supply, VW incentivizes dealers to wrap single-tone models, offering $1,500 reimbursement on $3,000 wraps. Pricing and tariffs. The ID Buzz is VW's most expensive U.S. model. Starts at $61,545. First edition, $67,045 RWD to $71,045, subject to higher tariffs, likely pushing future prices higher. Range and market feedback. RWD version, 234 miles. A-Body version, 231 miles. Some retailers have voiced concerns about the range being limited for the price point. Buzz as a halo vehicle. The ID Buzz is helping draw new customers to showrooms and the VW website. It's also leading some shoppers to discover and buy other models, like the VW Atlas. High proportion of buyers are purchasing rather than leasing, but VW is considering sharpening lease offers as the market matures. Let me know if you want this turned into slides or compared to other electric vans like the Kia EV9 or Mercedes EQV. Here's a summary of the Mitsubishi article from April 11th, 2025. Mitsubishi halts U.S. shipments amid Trump's tariffs, cuts, April incentives. Mitsubishi is holding imported vehicles at U.S. ports to avoid the 25% tariffs imposed on April 3rd by President Donald Trump. The automaker has paused additional shipments to its 330 U.S. dealerships, but says there is enough inventory on dealer lots for now. About 20,245 vehicles, including 6,377 Outlanders. Mitsubishi has a 100-day supply of tariff-free vehicles, with over 80% already at dealerships. Incentive reductions and dealer impact. Mitsubishi cut April incentives on its 2025 Outlander. Customer cash lowered from $1,500 to $1,000. Financing rate increased from 2.99% to 4.99%. Pricing on existing tariff-free inventory will not be increased. Mitsubishi does not manufacture in the U.S., relying entirely on imports from Japan. Alliance partner Nissan has underused U.S. plants, e.g. Smyrna TN, but shifting Outlander production would require significant investment. Dealer financial struggles. Mitsubishi's average dealership net profit dropped nearly 50% since 2020 to $434 last year. Profit margins shrank to 0.92% of sales, down from 2.2% in 2023. On average, stores sold 17 new vehicles per month in 2024, well below the 30 per month needed for profitability. Let me know if you'd like this benchmarked against other import-dependent brands like Volvo or Mazda. Here's a summary of the April 11, 2025 article on GM's Cami plant in Ontario. GM to idle Cami Bright Drop plant in Ontario for 5 months. General Motors will idle its Cami assembly plant in Ingersoll, Ontario, from mid-April to October 2025, laying off about 1,200 workers. The pause follows sluggish demand for its Bright Drop electric vans, with only 292 units sold in North America in Q1 2025. Limited production will take place briefly in May before the full shutdown. Reasons for the shutdown. GM cited a need to balance inventory and align production with demand. Cami needs to sell 1,000 vans a month to maintain one full production shift well above current sales levels. This move comes just days after Trump's 25% auto tariffs on imports from Canada, adding pressure on Canadian manufacturing. Future plans and plan adjustments. During the downtime, GM will retool Cami for BrightDrop's 2026 model year. When the plant reopens, it will run on a single shift, reducing headcount to about 700 employees. A battery pack plant next door, opened in 2024, will remain in operation with 200 staff. Wider impact. Unifor, the union representing the workers, called the shutdown a crushing blow and urged both GM and government to step in with support. Analysts believe the local supply chain impact is modest, as many BrightDrop parts come from the U.S. Cami has faced intermittent downtime since ending Chevrolet Equinox production in 2022. Let me know if you want a regional impact breakdown or analysis of GM's EV strategy in Canada. Here's a summary of the article. Take a look at how tariff stacking impacts vehicles and parts from April 11th, 2025. Tariff stacking, how it works and why it matters. President Trump's new tariffs are not applied uniformly. Instead, they stack on top of existing tariffs, creating compound costs for automakers and parts suppliers. The impact varies by product type, material, and origin. Here are key examples. Examples of stacked tariffs: mirrors, product, HTS code, stacked tariff explanation, and example stack closures. Vietnamese cotton trousers, 6103.42.10, 62.1% to general tariffs, and reciprocal duties depending on country of origin. 857.07.6 combines a 25% auto parts tariff with prior tariffs and general duties. Japanese ice light truck, 87041.50%, hit by 25% vehicle import tariff plus 25% chicken tax dating back to the 1960s. USMCA qualifying car, 8703, 25%, tariff applies only to non-US content, general 2.5% duty waived if USMCA compliant. European glass for LCDs, 715.40, 12.5%, not on the auto list but hit with reciprocal tariffs and base general duties. European steel bumper stamping, 8708.52.5%, stacked 25% auto parts tariff, 2018 steel tariff, not subject to reciprocal tariffs. Implications: auto manufacturers and suppliers face increased costs, uncertainty, and logistical complexity. The origin and composition of a part determine which tariffs apply and how many. USMCA compliant parts and vehicles get some relief, but compliance must be proven. This article illustrates how tariff stacking is a highly variable but broadly expensive burden for the auto sector. Let me know if you'd like a chart or slide version to visualize these impacts. Here's a summary of the tribute article on Roy Schoberg, published April 11, 2025. Roy Schoberg, father of the Dodge Viper, dies at 86. Roy Schoberg, the charismatic engineering leader behind the Dodge Viper, passed away on March 30, 2025, at the age of 86. Schoberg is remembered for assembling and leading the original Viper team, turning the 1989 concept into a production model in under 3 years. Known as a can-do leader, he helped eliminate silos between design and engineering, creating a collaborative environment nicknamed the Viper Pit. The Viper, inspired by the 1960s AC Cobra, debuted at the 1989 Detroit Auto Show, generating massive buzz and thousands of deposits. It hit showrooms in 1992. Career highlights: spent 25 years at GM, including work on the Chevrolet Corvette with legendary engineer Zora Arkus-Duntov. Joined Chrysler in 1985, became Viper executive engineer in 1989, and retired in 1997. Lived in Indian River, Michigan, in retirement. Legacy and tributes. Stellantis design chief: we lost the godfather of the Viper. His spirit will always be alive in the machines he set into motion. Engineer: called Schoberg a magnetic, collaborative leader, credited with building a team whose bond lasted nearly 40 years. Schoberg is celebrated not only for his engineering talent, but also for his visionary leadership and mentorship that brought one of America's most iconic performance cars to life.